Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rebecca Keppel. In today's video, I'm going to share a really quick and easy way to add foiling to your cards using Thermweb's brand new toner sheets. You can add foil to these toner printed designs with a laminator, and their designs now come in A2 white and Kraft, Slimline white and Kraft, and 8.5 by 11 clear. So now let me show you all of the new patterns that are available. This first pattern is called Chic Chevron. So they've always done A2 white cardstock toner panels, but now they're also doing Kraft in A2. They're also doing Slimline sizes in white and Kraft, and the 8.5 by 11 acetate sheets. So the next pattern that I want to show you is called Candy Stripe. And while we're looking at this one, I just want to let you know that anything that is printed in black in the toner is foilable. Is that a word? Foilable? This is lots of dots, and I absolutely love dots. The reverse of that is called reverse polka. So again, anything that's in black can be used to add foil to it. This is one of my favorites, Dainty Hearts. So I used up a bunch of my samples already, sorry. This is Love Blooms, another really pretty one. Doesn't need to just be used for Valentine's Day, can be used all year round. Now, let's take a look at how easy it is to foil them. The foils I'm going to use today are Thermweb's iCraft Deco foil in pink, melon, and teal. First thing you want to do is cut your foil sheet down to a size that is slightly larger than the piece that you want to add foil to. So I have a Kraft Slimline size toner sheet, so I want to cut my foil down to just slightly wider and slightly longer. This way, if it shifts in the laminator, you won't have any problems. You want the toner facing up towards you. You want the silver of the sheet facing down, the color facing you. Then you're going to put that inside a piece of parchment paper that is folded. That fold of the parchment paper keeps everything together and keeps it from getting all bunched up in your laminator. You want your laminator good and hot, not just the green light on. You want it on for 10-15 minutes, even with the green light on, before you start foiling. And you want to make sure that you put the folded edge first into the laminator and hold it up until it's straight. These acetate sheets are really easy to cut. You can cut them in a trimmer or with scissors. You can tell which side needs to be foiled by the side that is matte, not shiny. So I am, again, with that folded edge, putting it into my laminator, which is super, super hot. That's important. A lot of people like to use a cardstock shim. I don't. I prefer the extra heat that you get when you just put them in the sandwich like that. And here's the peel and reveal. That's what Thermweb calls it, and I absolutely love that statement because this is so stunning to see how easy it is to just put a piece of toner into the laminator with a piece of foil and get this beauty out of it. Look at all that shine. I couldn't even believe how well they foiled myself. And I've been doing this over and over again, but each time it's like magic, especially the acetate for some reason. I don't know why, but the acetate to me is so amazing that the plastic doesn't melt, but the toner melts enough to adhere the foil, and it just looks so pretty. So I'm going to do one more of the acetate. I did the the reverse polka. So this is where all of that blue was black, and now it is that pretty, pretty teal. Once all your foiling's done, all you have to do is turn them into cards. I am using Waffle Flower's Slimline Window Trio die, and I'm going to temporarily hold it in place with some purple tape and run it through my die cut machine of both the Kraft and the white Slimline foiled card fronts. I still have Slimline size acetate in reverse polka and Dainty Hearts. So for this first card, I'm just going to add some tape runner all around those windows. The thing I liked about the 3 windows is that you could have it just be shaker around the edges and have all the shakers mixed together, or you can do what we're going to do, which is create 3 little shaker windows. I had cut the acetate just slightly larger than the die cut, so I'm just tucking my scissors right under the edge at the bottom of the die cut so that I can trim off the acetate that's hanging out there. Then I'm going to use some pencil markings to figure out exactly how long and wide to cut the white cardstock that's going to go underneath my window. I put some foam tape doubled up around each of the windows there. So along the long edge and then each of the skinny windows as well, so that we'll have 3 individual shakers inside. And so I'm going to put 3 different colors of shaker goodies, 1 in each window, so that each one is kind of its own unique shaker. And I'm using the Queen & Co toppings that I used in my Queen & Co video. And then just peel off those foam tape back protective layers to reveal the foam adhesive there. And then you just lay the white cardstock that we cut perfectly to size down on top. And this is pretty easy to do as long as you kind of feel for the edges there so that everything is really lined up. But you're going to put this all on a card base anyway. So if you kind of misalign it, you can trim off anything that's hanging and then just put it down onto a card base. But check that out. I love the foiling on the shaker windows. It just adds a really unique and shiny touch to a card that's already super foiled and pretty. For this one, I'm just going to do a window, but it's still super cool to have the acetate foiled when you create that window. So I just put tape runner behind the Kraft foiled die cut, and then I'm going to lay that down on the foiled acetate. Again, it was just a little bit too big. So just tuck those scissors right under the bottom edge there so that you're just cutting enough to not see the acetate hanging off, but everything still stays adhered. This time I'm working on Kraft cardstock as the background, and I just use some pencil lines to figure out where to cut it, and then I'm just gonna trim it down with my Tim Holtz trimmer. And again, I am using foam tape, but just 1 layer this time and just all around the outside. I don't need to go into the inner windows because I'm not actually putting anything behind it. And I could do this with just 1 color behind it, but I decided just to have this be a window because all of the window is really covered up by the foil. I didn't think it was necessary to have shaker goodies inside. You wouldn't really get to see that many of them. So I did this instead. I added some sequins to the outside of the window just to add another little bit of dimension and shine. And I'm just using Ultra Bond liquid adhesive. It's from Therm as well, to add a tiny little dot of adhesive to put those pretty pink posh marshmallow confetti sequins down on top. I am going to use my favorite glitter cardstock from Memory Box and these reverse confetti Big Love confetti cuts, which cut out a shadow of the love and then cut out each individual letter, the heart for the O. There's another heart that can go behind it, but I felt like there was so much going on with these cards as it was that I decided to just stick with these 2 layers. So you can see that the hearts I actually cut from the Kraft with pink foiling. I just used the scrap of paper that was the squares that we die cut to cut out those little hearts. So using up all those scraps still, and here I did the reverse. I used the teal and white window scrap and cut out the tiny little heart. So I am just adhering these down to the cards with a bunch of foam tape. Just cut some strips and put them right in the middle to pop those up so that they wouldn't get lost on those really busy backgrounds. This is about as busy as I get for card making. But look at all that foiling and shine, and then the little touch of glitter on the sentiment. I just love how easy it is to create these foiled windows and foiled cards with these toner sheets. It is really a breeze. If you want to see more videos about new card making products or techniques to use your stash, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified every time I have a new video available. If you want to see the video where I shared Thermweb's beautiful fairy tale foils, check it out over here. As always, I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon. In white Kraft stock. And we'll do some foiling. The video